I went to Mozambique with Rijn. We visited ARO Mozambique, which is a youth organization.
I think one of the most important things is we introduced an SMS bulk tool, which makes them able to reach all the members and activistas in the area and in the province. So that's, for a country where there's no infrastructure, it's really a positive add to the way they can communicate.
And now once in 2 weeks, in about 2 weeks, we have a conference call with them, and they've got the final decision to get a go for the project. So now we're trying to have calls with them and in kind of meetings just to make sure that they follow the right road to set up the center.
I went to Malawi to visit UNECO together with Sasha, who's not here. UNECO is an organization that focuses on youth, or the emancipation of youth and women in Malawi, making sure that they have a voice and that they know what their rights are and things like that.
The coming of the KPN volunteers was quite timely because there are two issues that it clarified. One, it was very easy to clarify to the volunteers what actually the project is all about. Yes, we had talked about it internally, but having a 3-day, I think it was a 3-day session together and trying to map out what would be the activities, what would be each other's role, I think that was very crucial in terms of what was going to happen in the project. And we are hoping that when they are coming back, we should be able to also have uncovered what are the gaps that we are seeing and how do we want to address that.
And as it turns out, they're doing very well. They had a lot of calls to the child helpline, and as it looks now, they'll be growing much faster than we actually expected. And that's very positive. That also brings a new challenge because we set up a very simple ICT structure there, and now we have to take it to the next level.
Well, it was okay in working together. What I also think is a pity is that if you don't speak the language and understand the language itself or the slang they use, you don't understand the emotions or laughter, or so that was quite difficult for us. But we managed out with the translators. It was good.
And in Portuguese they use many words and we use only a few, and then we were asking the translator, what are they saying? Yeah, well, still the same. So that was funny. Yeah.
I think I learned a lot about virtual and management and online management. I think that's, for me, has been a big lesson learned. From the partnership as such with KPN, yeah, I think from every volunteer you learn as well, but I think probably most I learned from the program manager, because he's kind of in a similar situation to me, and by just sharing, you know, what we thought about the program or about the new plans or even managing the volunteers, yeah, you learn a lot on how they think, and I picked up from there. Yeah.
And what's interesting now is that not only the projects we are doing are quite successful, but they're still pilots, but there is also wide interest to replicate the projects we see. And added values for us as HIVOS, for example, are that we find that other donors are interested in participating in the STAR program, funding projects or workshops, as well as that we now have learned a lot about public-private partnerships and what we should do and not do and how to work with volunteers, which now results in that we're going to replicate the STAR program basically with another organization in India. In a different way, more focused on what we need in India, but the experience we gained the last few years from the STAR program we can use in different corporations as well.
We try to stimulate as well innovative approaches. We find that capacity development is still being practiced as in a quite traditional way, and we try to stimulate more innovative approaches of capacity development of partners in the South. The idea is that partners in the South will increase their competencies and their performance towards their products and services towards partners, which we think is a sustainable way of practicing development cooperation.
Inside KPN, we're also very surprised about the results. We expected that ICTs could help it, but in such a short term, I saw it also in your video, especially the helpline, we're really surprised about the speed that has made and the progress that has been made in such a short period, and that's really good to see. And also for me personally, I've been there a year ago. It's really beautiful to see that there are actually going to be some results, and that was it was. A year ago it was only paper, and now it's in practice. That's really nice to see, also for me personally.
Youth Net and Counseling, UNECO, ndi chithandizo chochokera ku HIVOS ndi KPN.